Islam Makhachev beats JDM 50-45 in all three scorecards. Easy work for him. Yeah, look, just a different kind of strength, just a different kind of pace he was able to fight at and be able to get just some easy takedowns. And just dominated JDM for, wow, he controlled him for 18 bloody minutes of a 25-minute fight. It was a very good performance from Islam Makhachev, a very good performance from him. Just relentless the whole time, didn't let the guy breathe, was literally just smothering him on the ground the whole fight. It was just easy. It was just absolutely easy for Islam Makhachev. Beat up the lead leg of JDM. I don't know why JDM was in that southpaw stance. That confused me. I think he did come out in the first round as orthodox. Then from then on, when he saw Islam as southpaw, he went southpaw to try and match it. Islam was just beating up his lead leg badly on the feet, which made him even more vulnerable to takedowns. But I just think the fact JDM was in the southpaw stance made him way too open for those takedowns, and I feel like that is just a complete letdown from his team from letting him do that and make him come into the fight that way. It was a strange one why they didn't really want to switch any of that up at all, to be honest with you. That was strange because Islam was getting the better of him on the feet and just controlled him on the ground with ease, didn't let him breathe, and just quite simply controlled him. Look, JDM was good at staying out of trouble with submissions, but that's what he was focused on. He could, Islam was just very good at not letting him focus on getting up. Islam on the ground always gave JDM something to think about. Always gave him something to worry about. The last thing JDM was able to do in the end was get up, because all he was doing was having to defend himself from constant submission attempts on the ground, and Islam Makhachev just constantly changing position all the bloody time. He's very dangerous. It was a very good performance from Makhachev. From JDM, look, you could tell his quick hands were there, but Makhachev, like 2.5 minutes into that first round, just got his range sorted and was able to find takedowns all the bloody time at the start of the rounds. Basically, once he was able to get that range sorted, it didn't take him long whatsoever to be able to figure out Jack Della Maddalena. Look, we wanted to see more from JDM, but it was just a matter of levels that we saw there. It's just that Dagestan relentlessness that one is which was just able to win Islam Makhachev the fight, and how strong he was. There was a massive strength difference in there. And yeah, in my opinion, that is probably the best performance of Islam Makhachev's career today. Definitely, in my opinion, I think that was a fantastic performance from him. Just the way he was able to control it. 18 minutes of control time in a 25-minute fight. You don't really see lows like that. Islam Makhachev, look, he's, in my opinion, probably pound for pound number one now. After that was just, I wanted JDM to win, but you need to give Makhachev big credit for that performance, because it was a very good performance from him. Look, it looked like at the very start, like those first 2 minutes of that first round, JDM looked to actually be pushing Makhachev back, trying not to let him wrestle. But then eventually it was those calf kicks which kind of brought Islam more into the fight. Islam figured out the range and was able to get these takedowns constantly. So, there was a plan there from JDM, but it lasted about 2 minutes. And, it worked against Bilal Muhammad. I thought JDM fought a very good fight against Bilal Muhammad and really was able to take away the wrestling aspects of his game. But I always knew coming to this fight, and I think a lot of us knew that it's just different, Islam Makhachev to Bilal Muhammad. Islam's way stronger, Islam's way more relentless, and it showed in that fight. And that is why Islam Makhachev was able to win. He's dangerous. he's better on the feet than what people think. His striking game's improving all the time, but it was the calf kicks tonight. That is what it was. It was the calf kicks. And I thought the jab was decent as well from the southpaw stance, the lead hand control. And yeah, real good flash level changes, and JDM fell for them every single time. Just couldn't see it coming, couldn't figure out the feints from Islam Makhachev. There wasn't really loads of feints from JDM. I feel like JDM was a sitting duck, just waiting for it to happen. I just feel like he was just out of ideas very early on. And that that's what Makhachev does. That's what a lot of these Dagestan fighters do, though. They beat you up mentally in there. It's what they do. I just feel like everyone at the moment just cracks mentally to these Dagestan guys because of the pace that they come at you with, because of how unpredictable they are, because of all the different kind of tricks they have up their sleeve. And in my opinion, Islam Makhachev, he's so much more well-rounded than a lot of these Dagestan guys. He's the best. He's clearly the best out of all of them. He's very, very, very well-rounded. He can do it all. He can do it all. He's got top-level striking in MMA. He's got top-level striking. And, we all know how ridiculously high-level his wrestling is. It is the best in MMA. He is ridiculously strong, ridiculously relentless, and there we go. Brutal stuff overall. Anyway, thank you all for watching.